I know Caitlin, of course, we go way back, Midwestern. We had a lot of battles in AAU and stuff like that. We played together on Team USA. I think she's just a competitor. She wants to win. She has just intangibles of the game. She knows how to play, great IQ. But I think the biggest thing about her, she competes, and she's just a winner. She wants to win.
Put an end to all of your current activities. We're not simply dropping a video today, so turn off your notifications, lock the door, and ramp up the volume. We are revealing the most important change in power in contemporary sports history. You are living in a complete dream world if you believed that Caitlin Clark's exclusion from the 2024 Olympic team was the end of the story. You are insane if you believe that the old guard of Team USA, the gatekeepers, the legends, and the establishment will preserve the keys to the kingdom for another 4-year cycle. The shocking remarks made by Paige Bueckers herself, along with the information that has just reached us from deep within the fortified walls of USA Basketball headquarters in Colorado Springs, all lead to one indisputable fact. The coup has started. We are no longer discussing Reddit hypotheses or online rumors. We are discussing a secret internal path map, a centennial protocol that was written in secret to give the two most dreadful women's basketball players in the world, Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers, the crown. Adding them to the roster is only one aspect of this approach. It's about burning the old playbooks, tearing down the old system piece by piece, and creating a new empire centered solely on this particular pair. We will make the connections that the mainstream media is too scared to make over the course of the next several minutes. We'll dissect Paige Bueckers' most recent interview, which completely disproved the chemistry justification. We'll tell you why Nike is pulling the strings behind the scenes and unveil the March trap that will be used to get rid of the experienced players. Don't click away, because what you're about to hear will permanently alter your perspective on the game. You need only look at what transpired this week to get a sense of the scope of this conspiracy. Have you listened to the Not Going to Lie podcast and heard Paige Bueckers' chat with Kylie Kelsey? You missed the signal if you scrolled over it, assuming it was simply another piece of fluff. Politically astute and always playing the game correctly, Paige Bueckers chose to go against the grain. The establishment, coaches, and the media have been trying to mislead us for years. They informed us that Paige and Caitlin were incompatible. There is just one ball, they informed us. They warned us that the locker room would be destroyed by an ego battle. That was their brilliant justification for moving out of Caitlin's house in 2024. What did Paige do, though? She exploded that story while staring directly into the camera. Caitlin and I have played together since we were young, she remarked. We had the greatest team ever. We have a friendship. We are aware of the media game. The game is over. Paige wasn't merely standing up for her pal. Your excuses are gone. She was communicating in code to the selecting committee. We provide a bundle. You must take us both now if you wish to secure the future. For the older players who are depending on a rivalry to secure their spots, this public show of solidarity is their worst fear. But you must look at the calendar if you truly want to appreciate how brilliant the strategy is. Take a look at March 20th in particular. This is the point at which the covert plan is put into action. The new, unmatched league championship game is scheduled for March. The top stars in the sport will square off in a fierce physical contest. On March 11th, a week later, the FIA World Cup qualifiers begin in Puerto Rico. It stands to reason that the seasoned players, the Wilsons, Stewarts, and Terraces, who have just endured an unparalleled season, would want to take a break. The trap is that they will turn down the invitation to Puerto Rico. The Centennial Protocol anticipates their decline. The idea is to give Caitlin and Paige the keys during that particular window. Although it is actually a hostile takeover, it will be presented as giving the young people a chance while the veterans recover. The order shifts when Paige Bueckers tosses Caitlin Clark that first pass for a logo 3 and when she dons that uniform in Puerto Rico. We will see numbers that have never been seen before. They will draw audiences far greater than those at the Olympics. And there's no turning back once it occurs. The genie cannot be put back in the bottle. The veterans aren't taking a break. It's a surprise retirement celebration. And let's talk about the money, because in professional sports, if you want the truth, you follow the checkbook. Do you honestly believe that Nike signed Caitlin Clark to a $28 million deal and signed Paige Bueckers to another massive contract just to let them sit on the bench behind players who sell a fraction of the merchandise? Absolutely not. There is a massive theory circulating among industry insiders that the launch of Caitlin Clark's first signature shoe, the CC1, is timed specifically to coincide with this spring 2026 window. Is it a coincidence that her shoe drops at the exact same time she is rumored to be taking over Team USA? There are no coincidences at this level. Nike is orchestrating a global marketing campaign that ties patriotism, the new shoe, and the new era together. They want to see Caitlin standing next to Paige Bueckers, wearing the CC1S, and dressed in red, white, and blue. The value of that picture is billions. Nike put a lot of pressure on them following the 2024 PR fiasco. They seem to have established the law as well. Either the funding continues or the future begins. The establishment listened when money spoke. Let's move on to the basketball nightmare that the rest of the world is forced to endure. It's alarming that the coaching summits disclosed the dual point system. The inability of international coaches to plan ahead is causing them to lose sleep. You could pack the pain against Team USA back in the day. When Caitlin Clark makes you guard her at the half-court logo, causing 4-on-3 scenarios inside, how can you defend a team? Then there is the most productive player in history, Paige Bueckers, who works in the 4-on-3 area. Stopping it is mathematically impossible. Caitlin dumps it to Paige for a layup if you catch her. Caitlin buries a 3 from 30 feet if you remain at home on Paige. The purpose of this method is to keep teams off the court. We are no longer discussing 10-point victories. We are discussing blowouts of 50 points. We are discussing the vibes of a dream team. The goal is to transform Team USA from a disciplined, slow-moving machine into a high-octane, highlight reel circus that enthralls spectators and degrades rivals. The human cost of this transition, however, must be acknowledged. In this instance, the casualties are the game's legends. The phase-out initiative is sincere. According to insiders, a silent list of players is being gently persuaded to leave. These ladies founded this league, gave their all to the program, and won 5 gold medals. At this point, they are being told that mentoring is their duty. It means sit down and clap in the language of athletes. Think about the ego check. Imagine how infuriated the group chats must be. There are rumors of a potential rebellion among veterans who are threatening to boycott if they are not promised starting spots. The unfortunate truth is that it's too late. The railroad has departed from the station. Fans are drawn to Caitlin and Paige. The sponsors are with them. They are also gaining momentum. The veterans have already lost the battle they are waging. So get up. A straightforward roster change is not what we are witnessing. We are witnessing a shift in leadership and a rewriting of the sport's history. From enemies in college, Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers have transformed into a two-headed monster that is poised to take over the globe. The secret plot has been revealed. We are witnessing a reality come to life. The date is March 2026. The location is Puerto Rico. And whether they will succeed is not the question. Are you prepared to witness greatness? Then, we will be here to cover every pass, every shot, and every moment of this historic revolution. So if you're ready for the takeover, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell all the basketball fans you know about this video. Right now, you are witnessing the writing of history.